Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host, James Mason, where our goal is to bring you some insights and ideas to your daily trading activities and to become your overlords of your stock trading activities. Good morning, James. How are you?
Todd, I'm doing well. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Had a good weekend.
Nice. What'd you do this weekend?
Well, today's my wife's birthday. So we kind of had a birthday weekend. Had all the kids around, and
you guys did it, didn't you?
We did, yeah. So I just realized that what you just asked me. I was thinking we did something else, but no, I had a good weekend with the family and took her out to dinner and got a couple things planned tonight. What did you do this weekend?
I guess the same shit I always do, like data stuff and then get ready to make a move. Oh yeah, so this is actually good time to talk about how StockCast will not be live on Thursday and Friday, and maybe Monday and Tuesday of next week. Not sure about Monday and Tuesday. It will depend on my new internet service provider getting it up and going. So, which I'll just relay all that info to y'all in our Discord room. But yeah, that's my weekend.
We still have some basement work to do. We got people coming today to do some more, doing water extraction. Then we have a junk service coming to haul crap away. So,
that sucks.
Yeah, we're still dealing with that issue. So, but anyway, let's talk about the stock market. That's what we're here for.
All right.
What's going on in the pre-market?
Oh man, Todd, someone just said in the comments, there's like, whose dad is this on the show? They're talking about you. I'm just kidding. No one said that about you. Never mind. All right, so Dow futures are currently down 101 points. S&P 500 is down 13.75 points. And it is going to be bloody red today. And a large part of it is due to how we exited Afghanistan, and it literally just collapsed completely. Yeah.
That didn't take long at all, did it?
Man, talk about training a freaking country for 20 years. And they drop their weapons and run away. You know, they don't deserve any form. Now, well, let me say this. They actually weren't looking for freedom to begin with. So we'll just be honest with that. But we've been training these dumb monkeys. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that, guys. If you've never dealt with them, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about right now. But a lot of these guys in the Afghan National Guard, just like a bunch of dumb monkeys. I'm talking about the lowest IQ people you'll ever meet, toothless, really just a bunch of goat farmers who they try to turn into a military. And the moment that they had to stand up and fight for themselves, they dropped their weapons and ran. Literally, not just dropped their weapons and ran. They ran off of secure military bases where they actually had advanced weapons to fight off the Taliban. Just ran away. It's something else. It's embarrassing for the United States, in my opinion. I mean, to create, honestly, you might as well just call it a project. And to have your project, 20 years worth of work, just collapse in a month. Why are you so quiet, Todd?
I'm just trying to process. It's just mind-boggling. The 20 years into this project, you think about the people, the resources, the financial resources, and for it to unravel so quickly, I just wonder, man, it's overly disheartening.
Yeah, very. But so that's going to play a negative role in the stock market. It's going to shake a lot of markets for various reasons, and it's just the way it is. I mean, this is when I'm talking about like trading options and swinging them, and when I'm asked like different questions and it comes up about, like swinging like certain options over the weekend, and I always say, watch out for those macro events. And this is what I'm talking about right here. I mean, we kind of already saw Afghanistan breaking down, but I mean, it really broke down over the weekend. And, if you were in certain trades with options, you're going to feel it today, unfortunately. So let's move on from Afghanistan, and we'll briefly talk about this. So, Brian, Todd, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay.
It's my favorite part of the day.
Yeah, Brian, thank you for the tip. So Brian's bringing up a great point. He says to remember to vote for POAI. And if you need any help, just post asking in the TT group. And the reason why is this vote is freaking critical, guys. Vote for it if you're holding shares. I mean, I can't tell you how to vote, but I'm literally telling you how to vote here. Like, if you're an investor, it's in your best interest to vote for proposal number 1. Absolutely. So another thing I would like to kind of address is a lot of y'all know that we're creating a social media network platform called StockCast. I haven't released actually any details on it. Todd knows a lot of the details, but there seems to be some miscommunication that a lot of people tend to think that it's like like an enhanced or alternate version of TTBB. It is not. It's not even going to be related to TTBB whatsoever. This is going to be a social media network because I'm just absolutely sick and tired of Facebook. And I know a lot of other traders are as well, but it's going to be far greater than just social media. So we will start onboarding people probably in a few months, but it's going to be invite only. So it will pay to know somebody who has access. And I'm not just going to be dumping invites in the group. So other than that, PDUFA dates, Todd.
Yeah, PDUFA dates. So people, someone made a comment about PDUFA dates. And if you're playing or a bio stock going into a PDUFA date, to me, they're like earnings. They're risky. And unless you really know the inner workings of that science or what's going on with that ticker and the research, I like to play the way I like to play PDUFA dates is the run up to it and have a goal or have a target, a price target or a selling zone, and either try to get my money minimally on my money out and maybe let some shares run free roll or just take your profit margin. But SCSN is one that we just recently got burned on, or some members got burned on, and
just so everybody knows, that wasn't like an alert from us.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, everybody was talking about it. We can look at a chart. I'll pull it up.
But if the FDA comes out with any type of negative news or negative reaction to what's going on, it drops hard. And PDUFA dates playing PDUFA dates can be risky, very risky.
Yes. So if you don't know, and if you haven't seen, this is ticker SESN. We can see that this candle right here, right before it took its halt on Friday, was at 590, and then it gapped down to 78 cents. Like, just freaking devastating for people. And man, in those situations, there's just unfortunately nothing you can do. Like, the thing that kills me, and it's just complete BS, is if you have a stop loss in place before a halt happens, and then let's say you have your stop in place, and then the stock halts for whatever news, and it gaps down something like this, the system should be set up, in my opinion, to where your stop loss is honored. And that's where you get out at it, because the whole point of the halt is for them to execute orders. And during that entire time, the market makers, they're getting in and out. They're selling their shares, buying their shares, whatever it may be. That's why if you watch the halt prices will constantly adjust. And it will adjust and start to determine if it's going to gap up or gap down, depending on if it's leaning towards the buy or sell side. This is just, I mean, this is the stuff that, okay, so when you talk about the stuff with like AMC and all the apes and all that, I'll be honest, like most of the people who declare themselves as apes are idiots. And that is because a lot of them are just like, traders that have just started trading within the last 90 days. And they believe everybody who is hyping up the AMC crap and all the ape stuff. And, they're just screaming out a bunch of just nonsense that isn't even happening. But if you want to talk about like the OG apes, they get it. I understand it. And I agree with them. So we're talking about two different sides of the apes here. I agree with the OG apes, the originals. And their whole mission was to right the wrongs of Wall Street. And this is one of the wrongs of Wall Street that should not happen, to where if you have a stop in place before a stock halts its price, you should not have to experience it gapping from $5.90 down to 78 cents. That's literally robbery, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it's so screwed up, man. But it is what it is, and really, I hate to say it, like, what can you do? Because at the end of the day, like, Congress gets lobbied by these same people who want this to happen. But yeah. So
it's the rules. It's their rules, and we just have to live with them. And you have to try to minimize your losses in those situations. And sometimes
it's BS though, because the people who had stops in place were trading responsible.
I agreed. There was no doubt. It's not my fight. But we don't have millions of dollars to lobby Congress to change it for us.
Yeah, I don't know. But so other than that, besides the stocks, let's there's a couple, not really a couple. Pre-market's still a little slow right now. At least we are in mid-August, and we are starting to get back some volume. So, and what I mean by getting back volume, if you guys don't know, like small caps, things like that, or really just kind of the market in general, during the summer months, all the big whales, all the important people usually are on vacation, and they usually start coming back in the month of August, September, and then that's why you start seeing volume kick up. So one to kind of watch out for is ticker NAOV, just to kind of see what they can continue to do here. Now, Friday was aggravating. I tried to go long in it, and then it turned over, and I had to cut my losses, and thank God I did, because that thing just broke down hardcore. But if we look at this thing on the daily chart, so we see the strong push up, it comes down, consolidates, bounces. The huge number to watch out for here is the break above 375. If it breaks above 375, there's going to more likely, I can't speak in absolutes, but there's a great chance that this thing is going to experience some crazy momentum. Currently, pre-market is at 314, but if we break above this high right here at 375, strong chance that this thing is going to start catching just crazy FOMO from people. And I would not be surprised to see this thing start holding up and really making a push up. If we look back, I don't know if you guys remember ticker, hold on a second, ticker LODE. If we look back, this was an alert that I had a while back, and if we're looking at this section right here, I learned it, I think, around one of these days. But LODE, same setup. I'm just wanting to show you guys the setup. So we see the gap up, it runs up, it comes down, consolidates, and it's doing its thing. And you can't see the rest of it because all the other stuff happened in pre-market. But, during this day on the pre-market, it started pushing up, and when it broke above that high right there at around 414, 415, it just went parabolic. And it went all the way up here to almost 10. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for. I don't know if it's going to go up to 10, but I'm just talking about in the context of like FOMO and momentum. That's what I'm going to be watching out for on ticker NAOV. That break above 375 will be so critical. So just keep that in mind, guys.
All right, we're about 4.5 minutes to the open of the market. Any final comments you want to talk about?
I don't have nothing right now.
Yeah, it's a slow pre-market. So one thing we talked about in the pregame was talk about that when there is a slow pre-market, that the market is showing some intraday spikes. So or right at the open, something happens exciting. So that's what I'll be looking for to see if anything looking to make a run.
Yeah, and talking about those intraday spikes, me and Todd briefly talked about this before the show actually started. If you think about the whole GameStop debacle and everything, Wall Street has changed their tactics completely, especially when it comes to shorting. It does seem like Wall Street is coming in a lot harder and like really shorting stuff down when they have the opportunity. So you'll start seeing something run up and it's just getting demolished when they come in. So I'm thinking that they don't really try to get like short squeeze so much. I'm thinking that they're taking all of their funds and coming in with those heavier positions, nailing it hard, knowing that it's going to scare retail traders and they're going to sell off, and they'll ride it to wherever they ride it to, and then they're trying to get out as quick as possible. And they can just constantly keep doing that over and over and over. So just keep that in mind when you start seeing those intraday runs. I could be wrong. There's no way, really. This is just speculation. There's no way for me to know. But it just kind of seems that way. So that's all I have for this morning, Todd.
2.5 minutes to the start of the market. Be safe today with your trading. Good luck with your trades, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right, everyone. So y'all take care, trade safe, trade smart, and we will catch y'all in the next one.